Hi. This lesson here we'll be getting into the whole understanding of the written musical notes. Eventually we will get into the music staff, but before we get to the staff, we want you to get an understanding of the musical notes. So for the different notes, each one has a different duration of how long you would hold that note. So the longest note that you'll start off with in learning is what we call the whole note. Here's a picture of it here, the whole note. And the whole note, as you can see, looks just like a circle or oval. If it's depending on what note you want it to represent on the music staff, it'll be either have a line going through it, or it will be in the spaces between two lines. Okay, and we'll get into that later, but this is a whole note. And so basically a whole note, and I'm going to leave it right there, and I can play any note because this doesn't matter what we're doing right now. We just want to get the duration. A whole note, normally in most circumstances you would play that for 4 beats. So for your understanding at this level as a beginner, a whole note gets 4 beats. So at this tempo that I'm doing, if I was to play, and I'm going to play, it doesn't matter what note, but I'm going to play C. So because the rhythm that I have here is playing, basically would be 4 beats per measure, and we'll get into that in future lessons. So for a whole note, if I'm going to play a whole note, so when I hear the bell, and then the next bell I lift. So if I was to count it, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, then lift. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. And I could choose any note. It's the same thing. 2, 3, 4, lift. Because right now we concentrate on the duration. 3, 4, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. So anytime you would see this note in music, you will be given that note a duration of 4 beats. 4 beats, okay? And so with music, it's very mathematical. So you have that is a whole note, gets 4 beats. So if we divide 4 by 2, cut it in half, then what number you get would be the number 2. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay, elementary math. Okay, so when you'd see this note, and this is what you call a half note, meaning that it is half of the value of the whole note. So this gets 4 beats. So if this is half of that, that means it would take 2 of these notes, the half note, to equal the whole note. Okay, so you want to get that. This is 4 beats, and this is half of that, so this would be 2 beats. So put the metronome back on again to play, and I'm going to play 2 half notes together, one after the other. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I just say 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. I choose another. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that is half this note, and you'll see this note depending on where it is on the music staff. Sometimes it'll have the line to the right pointing up, or it might have the line to the left going down. And if you notice, it's basically the same thing as a whole note, only difference is that it now has a line attached to it. So that makes a distinction, so that, and this is what has been developed, many centuries ago. And so this system, so that those would be able to read a piece of music and be able to know what the composer, what the writer of the song, of the piece of music, what they want you as the musician or the singer, in case of you singing, how long you're to play or sing that particular note. So this is the half note, and then we have the whole note. 4 beats, and this is the half note, and it equals 2 beats. Okay, we'll continue further with your understanding of music notation. Okay, wish you all the best in your studies.